At 25, after spending 9 years unemployed or working for agencies with no contract or sick pay, I fell for the government's line of getting a degree. I chose engineering because we were told that there was a shortage of engineers. By the way, we are still being told this lie, and that we would walk into a job after graduation. In my naivety, I decided on this course of action, and after 4 years graduated with a first-class honors degree in microelectronics. This should have been a time of joy and hope, but already during my final year I had realized the truth, that there were no jobs available for someone from a university like mine, an ex-poly. Unless I was prepared to make weapons and snooping devices for the military, I had no option but to take a job order picking in a warehouse. This was a few years ago, when I was still in my 20s. Now, a little older and wiser, I realized what the whole scam was about. It was to get as many people in debt right at the start of their adult lives, leaving them no option but to toe the line. Well, I was one of the fuckers who didn't toe the line, and I never fucking will. My advice to school leavers is do not take a degree, in fact keep as far away from any university as possible. None of this requires a university education, and none of it requires you to get into debt. Learn survival skills, how to reconnect electricity to an abandoned house, how to get the water back on, how to use the internet without being snooped on, how to encrypt your emails before sending, etc., etc., etc. All it takes is common sense and camaraderie. The more of us giving the finger to the likes of Ian Duncan Smith, David Cameron, and the rest of the West monsters, the freer we will be. Don't whore yourself out to Tesco or Poundland. Don't get caught in the divide and rule tactics being used to break society down. Cooperate with your fellow people, identify and expose the agitators. Take your land back. Yes, your land. The Queen is holding it for the return of the Messiah. Imagine what would happen if we all claimed we were the Messiah and claimed back the stuff that could sustain us. That is what they are scared of. That is why the police are regularly carrying lethal weapons. It's not for our protection, but for theirs. Don't be afraid. Stand up and fight for your freedom and the freedom of your children and grandchildren. Don't let the biggest benefit scroungers in the country get away with it any longer. Take action before it's too late.